Hello everyone, my name is Jie. This is my student number. Today I will give us a video presentation, and my presentation topic is flood risk and countermeasures. This is a preview of my presentation. My presentation have divided into three parts. Firstly, introduction. Secondly, literature review. In this part, I will show us three key points: flood risk, climate change, and flood protection. Finally, is research design. In this part, I will show the advantage and the disadvantage about my research design. So, flood is a worldwide threat disaster. It's happened frequently in recent years. People now pay more attention than before to the flood risk. This picture takes from Europe about 6 years ago. From the year 1998 to 2009, Europe have 1,126 people have died from the flood risk, and the total property loss no less than $52 billion. All these days show that the property loss of the flood is the highest in all the natural disasters. It can say that flood is one of the worst disasters in the world. Flood is not very happens very frequently in current situation. It also have a long history. This picture has shown that in 400 years ago, China already have the flood protection. So it means that in the world, people have a long history about flood risk and have suffered for a long time. So this is a literature review. Here is an example of Canadian Richard River Basin flood event. This flood disaster makes Canada lose about $90 million, and about 4,000 homes were destroyed, and thousands of acre land will be destroyed by the flood. This data show the flood damages. The other example I will give us is in China. It has shown that the flood risk have challenging the social stability. It happened in October 9 in 2003 in a city in southern of China. It had happened a serious flood. When the rescues come, the supplies were robbed and the truck was surrounded, and even the police cars were smashed. Thousands of people surrounded the city government. It has shown that it's very dangerous, and it has affected the social stability. All this example to my research question is that flood risk is most terrible risk, natural disaster. So we should know the factors that will affect the flood. Then talk about the factor that affect flood. Most people will think that increasing in socio-economic is the reason that why flood risk improve. Actually, climate change is one of the reasons that can't be ignored. Actually, there is no evidence show that climate change have a positive effect on the flood, but we also should pay attention to the climate change because it also have no evidence to show that climate change have a positive effect on the flood disaster. So, to my research questions is that climate change is also a main attention, is a main reason to the flood. It's not like any other studies show. Then flood has so many disasters and risks. So we should pay attention to the flood protection. Good flood management policy in preventing flood is extremely important. The following historical flood management in China and Japan, as an example, I will give you. After 1998, the policies have been published by the Chinese government, set the structural measures and no structural measures. In Japan, into the Edo period, a massive flood management technology developing rapidly. After the end of the Edo period, shorter rivers and reservoirs set up of flood plans instead of use of flood management. American green dam. The concept of green dam is dependent on the forests and the meadows to control the flood. In America, from the 1990s, natural disaster management also had some of the problems of the flood management and irrigation. Irrigation has become important of flood management policies. To my research questions, it has shown that government policies play an important role in the protection of the flood. This literature review introduced the analysis some parts of the world, but flood disaster is a worldwide disaster. So we should have shown the worldwide flood. So I have a research. My research is a series of questions asked for people who come from 5 different continents of the world. And the questions is about flood damages and flood protection. My research design has some disadvantages. It makes the innovation more comprehensive. And it also makes the findings more precise. But it also has some limitations. In here, I will show us 3 limitations of my research design. Firstly, is people may not have paid attention to flood. Secondly, is people do not have experienced other natural disasters. So it means that they can't compare with flood risks. Finally, people have a professional academic knowledge of flood. It means that this group will pay more attention than others in the world. Okay, that's all. Thank you for your attention.